It all starts from a small moment that may look normal to others, but for ARMY, nothing is really normal when it comes to Jungkook. A piece of old video is circulating again. A re-uploaded photo. A small movement that is reinterpreted. In a matter of hours, those small pieces turned into huge theories that spread like fire in a dry field. Many fans began to wonder why Jungkook suddenly became a global topic of discussion. Some say this is not a coincidence. Some believe that all this is a sign that something is being prepared secretly. A big project, a new step, or maybe a surprise that is not ready to be revealed to the public. Jungkook is not a stranger to this kind of phenomenon. Since his debut with BTS at a very young age, he has been used to being the center of attention. But interestingly, that attention often comes not because of sensation or controversy, but because of small things that actually show the human side. A simple smile, the way he looks at the camera, or even how he lowers his head when he feels sad. That's why when Jungkook's name came back to the surface, ARMY immediately reacted with an extraordinary curiosity. In various fan forums, theory after theory emerged. Some believe that Jungkook is preparing something related to new music. There are also those who believe that he is designing something bigger than just a song or album. Some fans even associate this moment with various signals that Jungkook has given in the past. On several occasions, he is known to often give subtle hints about his future plans. Not directly, but through simple sentences or expressions that are difficult to explain with words. Speculation is getting hotter as some big fan accounts start collecting pieces of old moments that are thought to have hidden meanings. Jungkook's old video talks about dreams. Photo of him in the recording studio. Even a small gesture that is considered as a code for fans. All of that is put together into a narrative that makes many people feel that something is indeed moving behind the scenes. But what makes this phenomenon even more interesting is how the public responds to it. It's not just fans who talk about Jungkook. Many international entertainment media began to highlight why Jungkook's name could go viral again just because of fan speculation. Some pop culture analysts even said that this phenomenon shows how strong Jungkook's influence is in the global entertainment world. Not all artists can make the world speak only with presence or even only with possibility. On the other hand, some fans actually feel that this is proof of the emotional closeness between Jungkook and ARMY. They believe that the relationship is not only built through music, but also through the long journey they have gone through together. From a struggling trainee period to becoming one of the most influential global icons. For many ARMY, Jungkook is not just an idol. It is a symbol of hard work, sincerity, and growth. They saw how a shy teenager who used to stand on a small stage has now become a figure who can inspire millions of people around the world. That's why every small move from Jungkook always has a deeper meaning for his fans. Even when there was no announcement, they still felt that there was a story going on. Interestingly, some fans also recalled Jungkook's habit of often surprising the public in an unexpected way. On several occasions in the past, he has released something suddenly without much previous promotion. Moments like that make ARMY more convinced that this speculation may not be just a coincidence. But of course, until now there has been no official confirmation of what is actually happening. The agency has not yet given any statement regarding the speculation that is being talked about. This silence actually makes curiosity even bigger. In the midst of all the theories circulating, one thing that is certain is that Jungkook's name still has an extraordinarily strong attraction. Even without a big activity, he is still able to be the center of the world's attention. This phenomenon also shows how an artist can build such a deep relationship with his fans that every little detail becomes the subject of global discussion. Jungkook may not realize that his every move is always watched so intensely by millions of people. But behind all these speculations, many ARMYs actually only hope for one simple thing. They hope Jungkook is okay. They hope he is happy with whatever he is doing. Because for them, the most important thing is not a theory or rumor, but the well-being of the idol who has accompanied their life journey for many years. And maybe that's the reason why every news about Jungkook always feels so emotional to many people. He is not just a pop star. He is part of the life story of millions of fans. Now the world is waiting. Is this speculation true? Is Jungkook preparing something big? Or is all of this just evidence of how strong an artist's influence has become a global phenomenon? The answer may be revealed one day. But for now, one thing is clear. Jungkook's name once again managed to make the world pause, pay attention, and wonder what is really going on behind the scenes. The speculation that keeps spinning in the virtual world finally creates an atmosphere that is difficult to explain. It feels like waiting for something big to happen, but no one really knows when or how it will happen. Jungkook's name became the center of global attention again, not because of a scandal, not because of a cheap sensation, but because of curiosity that slowly turned into a big wave among fans. In various BTS fan communities, discussions about Jungkook continue to grow. Every day, a new theory appears. Some people associate this viral moment with the possibility of a new music project. Some suspect that Jungkook is preparing something different from before, something that might change the direction of his career in the future. While others choose to be more cautious, considering that speculation often only ends up with too high expectations. But interestingly, the more people try to suppress speculation, the greater the curiosity that arises. This phenomenon is like a circle that keeps spinning non-stop. Every small piece of information seems to be a new fuel for a wider discussion. Some observers of the entertainment industry even began to give their views on this phenomenon. They said that Jungkook has a charm that is rarely possessed by other artists. He doesn't need to do anything spectacular to go viral. His presence alone is enough to trigger public attention. This is inseparable from the long journey that Jungkook has gone through since the beginning of his career. When he first appeared as the youngest member of BTS, many people saw him as a talented figure who still had a long way to go. But over time, that talent turned into something much bigger. Jungkook not only grew up as a singer, but also as a symbol of dedication and hard work. Many fans still remember how he once told stories about difficult times before achieving success, about non-stop practice, about the doubt that once haunted him, and about how he tried not to disappoint the people who believed in him. Those stories make the relationship between Jungkook and his fans feel more personal. That is why when his name becomes a hot topic again, many ARMY feel like they are witnessing a new chapter from the journey they have been following for many years. They are not only waiting for new news, but also trying to understand what might be happening behind the scenes. Some theories even say that Jungkook might be preparing something more personal, something that is not only about music, but also about him as an individual. Some suspect that he wants to show a new side that has never been shown to the public before. Another theory that is quite interesting is the possibility of a big collaboration with international artists. Considering the huge global influence of BTS, it is not impossible if Jungkook is designing a project that involves big names from the world music industry. This speculation is further reinforced by Jungkook's history, which often shows his interest in various music genres from various countries. But behind all the theories that are circulating, there is one fact that cannot be ignored. Jungkook has become a new generation symbol in the global entertainment industry. He is not only a singer, but also a representation of how music can transcend the boundaries of culture and language. The viral phenomenon that is happening right now also shows how strong the fan community has been formed around BTS. ARMY is not just an ordinary fan group. They are a global community that has great power in shaping conversations on the internet. When ARMY starts talking about something, the world often listens. That's what's happening right now. What was originally just a small discussion among fans has now developed into a topic discussed by the media and observers of the entertainment industry.